Good morning, children. October the 15th. Unfortunately, last day in Chiang Mai. We went and looked at some cool locations last night. One I really liked right off the main superhighway with parking, which parking is like New York City. Or Chicago. It's very hard to find here in Chiang Mai. But there was some mixed communication there, and they were actually selling the building for 6 million baht, which it sounds like a lot of money, but remember it's 30 to 1, so it's actually about 200 grand. And 200 grand for like a 4-story Class A building with parking right off a main road is actually a pretty good price. Like I said, things are low now, but I'm not looking to buy a building. I'm not looking for a 4-story. So unfortunately, didn't meet the needs. All right, today, the mind serves best, which is used most. The mind serves best, which is used most. A little weird way of saying it. Revenge is a dish best served cold. Well, okay. Do you have a continuous improvement program for your most valuable asset, your mind? Make sure that you spend at least a half hour each day studying, thinking, planning. Review your long, intermediate, and short-term goals. I think we talked about that when we talked about planning, right? You want to do like a 90-day, and then a 6-month, and then a year, and then a 5-year, right? So exactly what he's saying there. Measure your progress to date. Are you on schedule for their completion? Ask yourself, what information do I not have that would help me achieve my goals? Right? Go out and look for missing pieces or fill in where you're weak. I agree with that too. Then gather the information you need and get into action. Pretty simple. So basically, it's sort of like, I think 3 or 4 days ago, we talked about the mind being a muscle just like your biceps, and going to the gym and using it is going to make it stronger. So I agree. So as I said, last day in Chiang Mai, we'll be back. Me and the book will be back in Pai tomorrow morning, Friday morning, continuing to fight the good fight. And even though I don't need to learn Thai, I promised myself I'd learn it, at least be conversational, not learn the entire language and maybe be fluent, but be conversational and know more than I know now within the first year. So I've been in country 6 months, 7 months already since March, so it's like time to get off my fat lazy ass and really dedicate some resources. So he talked today about finding gaps, and living in Pai, which is largely a tourist town. Chiang Mai is hugely a tourist town, very Western friendly, which is why many Westerners move there and live there, expats. You really don't need to learn to speak Thai, but I want to. It's a goal. It's part of my goal from moving here. I'm going to live in the country the rest of my life. I might as well learn the friggin' language, right? And when you go to more rural areas, like where my girlfriend's from, Pak Chong, that not that many people speak English, or their English is very limited, even in the hotels and stuff. So it's definitely an asset to have if you're living in the country. I need to do it. So I've identified my weakness, and I'm going to start working on my Thai. And I've been, learning while I've been here a little bit at a time, but I haven't really focused on it and put a consistent effort into it. And like we've been talking about from day one, that's what it takes. So I thought about it, and the way I learned English was going to kindergarten and first grade, whenever the hell they taught it, I don't remember. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, right? So I'm going to start learning the Thai alphabet, and that's more difficult than the English, because instead of 26 letters, I think there's 44, and it's like in this little curly-Q script that means nothing to us, but so what? Thai children learned it. I can learn it too. It just, once again, focus, dedication. So I'm going to start working on that when I get back up to Pai. Keep the restaurant going, tighten that down, get the new menu out, etc., etc., etc. None of that's going away, but at the same time, I'm going to add that skill to my skill set, add that tool to my tool belt, speaking Thai, at least, once again, at least a little bit, and being able to understand and have a conversation is the goal. So that's what's going on, kiddies. You all have a great day.